Hello!
Hello!
We are back
Yee.
with more Valheim
Yee.
for this week.
Yee.
It is Friday.
Yee.
Happy Friday to everybody.
Yoinks.
I hope everyone's doing good. We are trying the playing Valheim with the viewers again, and we think we have it working. We are successfully in a server with one other person right now. Autumn is in chat posting the his friend code for Steam, which is how we're gonna make this work this time. Is you guys are gonna add Autumn as a friend, at least for the stream, and then you should be able to jump into his server in the game. So if you have the game, if you have Valheim, add Autumn using that code, and then just go to it's like start game, and then there's like a friends section to see those servers, and it should be the one that pops up. So yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Welcome. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
How you doing?
I don't know. I've been feeling weird lately. I've been doing too much, like, self-reflection. It's beginning to feel heavy.
Yeah.
Not like heavy, like deep heavy, but like heavy, like I ate too much for my soul. You know?
It can weigh on you if you think too much, if you think too hard.
But what it's caused is physical inaction. Like, I don't do anything because I'm too busy thinking about stuff, and everything seems to trigger another thought, so I'm sitting around thinking about myself and life and what I want to do and how I feel about certain things.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what did I do today? I just thought all day. I didn't do anything else.
Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that for 2 years.
It's not going to be that bad.
Alright, so we'll wait for a minute for more people to get in, and then we'll go find a good spot together.
So what do we got? We
got
got Autumn.
Autumn and Doug are both in here.
Doug is Jordan. Is
Doug-
his name Doug Jordan? Are you still
Not
man?
Doug Rat Man. I am man.
I can't even see anybody. It's too dark.
Interesting thing about this game is your equipment is saved to your character, so you can technically take it from one server to the other. I still have like mushrooms from Jeffrey's server in here.
Oh, nice.
I still have the knife that Ethan gave me.
I had the same discussion with people reflecting upon themselves the past day or two. It's good to know I'm not alone. Did you just punch Autumn?
No, I knifed him.
Well, he's cold.
I didn't have space, so I have a flint spear. It's hard to read text when it's motion blurring away from you.
You can turn that off.
I actually like it on this computer.
Okay.
It works here. It doesn't work on my laptop.
Makes me dizzy.
Anybody else joining? Anybody else in chat? Let me know if you're joining in, so we know to wait for you. If nobody else is planning on jumping in, then we'll go ahead and start finding a spot. Actually,
here's what you do: just go find a spot to
yeah.
build, and then leave a trail of stones all the way to camp.
You two in game, if you hit M to open your map, there's a little button that's visible to other players down there. And if you click on that, anybody who joins will be able to open their map and see where we are, which is how we were tracking Jeffrey down yesterday.
Exactly.
So I turned mine on at least. If you guys want to turn yours on, you can. Anybody who joins in, you can just follow the little icons. So let's go.
Are we going
find
back
a
to
spot.
Stardew Valley after this week?
I'd like to. I would like to play more of that.
Okay.
You and I are playing enough of this for me to get like a good idea of how it works. But Stardew, I want to play more.
Right, because you still want to make a video?
Yeah, I feel like Stardew could be a series of videos.
What if we
easily.
just turned around and someone had died to a pig already? Oh, Ricky's here. Ricky says Viking World.
Viking World.
Join us, Ricky. We're playing with the
Join the
fans.
Viking World. I know John has the game.
Oh, okay.
Empyrean Warrior says, what's the server info? Because of the way the servers work on this, you have to add Autumn as a friend. If you scroll up in chat a bit, he posted his friends list, his friends code, friend number,
Friend code.
and you can add that, and then you can join the server through the game directly. And
Yeah.
That's the easiest way we were able to find out how to do it.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Coast. Coast seems to be the best way to do camps here.
I'm Mixboo says, I recommended you guys playing Stardew to my SO. She loves that game, and I think she'd like you as people.
Oh, that's very
That's
nice.
I don't think anybody...
It's very nice to be recommended.
I
just based
honestly
on...
don't know why anyone likes this. I know why people like you. But you're very easy to like.
I like that you're saying that as I'm going, knife, knife, and stabbing a boar to death.
Exceptionally easy to like. So loud.
It's a bit loud on our end.
If anybody wants to repost the friend code, go ahead and just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Ricky says I'm busy trying to defeat a different kind of snow.
Different or difficult? I thought I said difficult. No, different. What does that mean?
I don't know what that means, but
Are we approaching shore or is it just a clearing?
That's water.
That is water. Okay.
Woo!
Interesting.
Water is fun in the game because enemies do not come from the water.
Right. Also, you can get boats, so it's kind of helpful to be near a place.
Boats.
So I say we go along the shoreline here and see what, see if we run into a clearing
Ricky says,
somewhere.
where is the snow in your Viking game?
On the mountains. We can't go there or we die. Kind of like in real life. So if we find a clearing along this way.
I don't know why that suddenly triggered like that.
Ideally with pre-existing clearings or pre-existing buildings are kind of what we're looking for.
Yeah. Can you see everybody on your map?
Yeah, I'm leaving one of them behind.
Autumn says I got yeeted by a skeleton. Did he die?
Oh. He might have. Did we
get
run,
Autumn's stuff.
Did we run through Black Forest there?
Did we? Maybe. I mean, yes, if he got yeeted by a skeleton, he did.
I didn't even notice.
You're not even gonna go back for him?
He can find the way. We're all naked people right now. We're trying to just find the spot.
Oh, this looks like a clearing up ahead.
Yeah. And there's deer.
It's so dark. Empyrean Warrior says, cool, I will have it downloaded in about 7 minutes.
Neat.
It's longer than most.
It's actually pretty long for this game. It's kind of swampy here. But there's some buildings over that way.
Swampy. Uh-oh. We lost them both.
Doug might be going back to help Autumn.
Kinder than you are.
Just swim here a little bit. Look, there's 3 of us. We can... Division of labor, alright? Spooky yeet. Indeed.
Build your houses in the swamp.
Oh.
You guys are Shrek now.
There's an entire Monty Python bit about why this is a bad idea.
Really? How come everything I say there's a Monty Python bit about? It feels like a consistent thing in my life.
You
where I say
probably would like
something,
the movie. Maybe we should watch it sometime.
Can't happen. Let's see. Is it possible to turn the in-game effect down the in-game effect slightly? They seem a touch loud for your speaking.
Oh, the sound. Oh, I totally forgot. We still had the volume up from talking to Ethan yesterday. That's why. That may have been too much. Here, let me know how that is. I will knife this tree.
No.
I will punch this tree.
It's not doing anything.
I was just trying to make sound.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm actually not a huge fan of this spot, so I think we should probably keep going.
Alright.
It's a bit gross. It's not really, it's not actually a clearing, it's just swamp.
It's cute. Be Shrek.
I mean, I guess we can make, like, bridges and stuff, but, like...
Ooh, bridges.
I'll let Chad have some input on where we put down roots also. So we have the swamp.
And Bella says, when I first came here, this was all swamp. Everyone said I was daft to build a castle on a swamp, but I built...
This is the quote.
Okay, is this the Monty Python?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't get it.
It kind of need the context to make it work.
I think Abellis' delivery was just fine, Kyle.
Cool. Got a little shack here.
I think you all need to share a shack.
There's just golden feathers. Either if you want golden feathers, go gold and feathers.
Golden feathers. We're just running across the shoreline now.
Yeah.
Just 3 half-naked Viking men running across the shoreline and...
What more could you want?
Nothing. Obviously. How come you're more naked than them?
I think I lost my tunic when I died in Jeffrey's place and I never picked it back up again.
Oh. Okay, fine.
Nice!
Kill them next. Stab them next.
Let's see. One slight problem with this game as far as like streaming it is that you usually
Here, open
want to
your
spend...
chat so we can see it. There we go. Oh, oops.
Yeah, you can't just leave it open, unfortunately.
Fine. Oh no. Oh, okay, fine.
It's helpful to spend time finding a good place, but that doesn't really make for great viewing. So We
It's a pretty
hopefully we
game.
find one soon. We should set a time limit. We
I
started
like-
a little bit late,
I
so
like the swamp idea.
the swamp is we'll go back to the swamp if we don't find something better, because I don't want to spend the whole episode just looking for land. We'll just have to stick with what we got and deal with the consequences. I guess we know the swamp is relatively close to a black forest.
That's not bad news.
Which
You
is
just need
good.
to build a wall ASAP. I wasn't expecting to like this game as much as I do.
No, yeah, me either.
It's a really good game.
I joined you and Matt playing it and was like, I can do this for an hour and then cut to midnight.
I miss our Viking family with Matt.
Yeah. He might have power by tomorrow.
Does he not have power?
I don't know. Last I heard, it was still dropping in and out, but that was a couple days ago, so maybe it's better. Snow's melting here.
Yeah, it's getting gross. As it should. Did you see that Ted Cruz literally tweeted in 2016 that he would believe in climate change when Texas froze over? He legitimately tweeted that. The tweet says, I will believe in climate change when Texas freezes over.
Well, he did leave, right? I mean, that would be my reaction, too.
You mean when he went to Cancun?
Yeah.
That was shady,
He
dude.
was like, yep, I believe now, bye!
That was super shady.
This is a clearing,
Oh, it's awful.
but it's a bit steep.
Oh, they said this is kind of nice. I'm so sorry, Doug Jordan.
It's not
Actually,
bad.
it's not that bad.
This little spot right here in the middle is okay. It's just a little bit of a hike down to where like the water would actually be, but it's not a bad
Oops.
thing.
Oops. Had to happen once.
I would say I definitely like this better than the swamp, personally.
Oh no.
It's got enough wall space, a lot of rocks kind of jutting up, but that's not bad.
Funny.
Doug's asking about it all the way up there. We could go up as well. I haven't actually built away from the water. I just kind of always assume it's good to build near the water so that you don't have to like trek down to your ships anytime you want to go out.
But it's not really. It doesn't really matter.
It's not like a necessity though. Yeah.
It's just
There's
all
other ways to
uphill
play.
though.
It is just one big hill.
Maybe at the top of the hill. I guess that's kind of what he was saying. But running up it, man, meh. Ted Cruz reminds me of the kind of guy who gets killed in a movie after being depicted as the bad guy, but gets killed by the twist villain. Ted Cruz reminds me of the Zodiac Killer.
This kind of hilly region here. Only problem with like really uneven terrain. Oh look, there's snow.
From the mountains.
Only problem with really hilly terrain is trying to build like multiple buildings ends up with like this weird little, it's like
I'm not gonna lie, this area does not look good. Rip.
it doesn't speak to me specifically.
Rip, rip, rip.
Let's do one more little trek down this way and see if something slightly better opens up. And if not, we'll come back. Check on a map.
Are we doing
This is what we've
politics
covered
this
so
stream
far.
too? We're never not doing politics, to be
It
honest.
just comes up. We can do other things also. It doesn't have to only be politics.
Casual politics. Is it even politics to make fun of Ted Cruz though? I think
No.
that just is. That's just a given.
This was always my problem with the Donald Trump thing, was like, look, I made fun of Donald Trump before he was president, so now I just suddenly can't because it makes some people mad.
See, this is-
Donald Trump always sucked.
This is what happened. We lost our morning show people who were willing and able to get up at 7 a.m. to listen to me bitch about politicians. And then people are like, oh, a gaming stream. And then I'm like, bitching about politicians. And they're like, wait a minute. I signed up for games. See, we bury the lead.
Let's talk about Vikings instead.
Probably racist, right?
Is it
I
though?
actually don't know anything about
I feel like
Vikings.
there's a few like, well, it's like the inter-European racism, which is like all Europeans have like different stereotypes of each other, but they just kind of trade, and like no one really seems offended by it. Like the English think of the French a certain way, and the French know when they think about the English a different way back, and it's kind of accepted.
Yeah. I'm
And
reading chat.
I think it's because they're all equal power levels. It's not like Americans making fun of Mexican people where it just feels gross, you know?
Oh, we have people here. Wandering with Malaria's here.
Hey,
Chances here. Says we didn't sign up.
we had new people show up yet?
That's true though. I like how you just left them in the dust.
They can see me.
They're like, we'll just wait. See, that's Black Forest now. See, now
You're
now
right.
you got a problem.
You're right.
Build in the swamp.
Can't go this way.
Build in the swamp. Build in the swamp. I like the idea of just bridges everywhere.
Chat, yeah, cast your vote. Swamp or hills.
My voice does not matter. Kyle, the only people who get offended by the EU Commission itself... Oh, I'm sorry, is the EU Commission itself. Commission.
Yeah.
Sorry. I wasn't paying attention, so I don't know what that is in context of.
Ricky says board game video was great. I
Board
agree.
game video was great.
You guys did good.
Wait, why not right here? Just chop down all these trees. This is a cute little clearing of land.
We could, yeah, that's true. We can also just
Yeah,
make
right
our
here.
own clearing,
No,
I
this
guess.
is great. These are little baby trees.
We are going to clear out anything that is there.
It's gonna take you 2 seconds to knock those trees down. This is it. This is it, y'all.
You want to just start on this little island and then, like, grow back?
Let's do it.
Oh, there's a net there.
Krell says, I am all for the politics, just asking because last time it got heated in Discord afterwards. Yeah.
That's up to you guys. There are necks
It's
right behind us here, which I don't like.
Just, again, build the wall.
But that's a very tiny
Keep
wall.
the necks out.
A very tiny little plot of land.
Well, build the wall with the water in it.
I think they'll still spawn, though.
No.
I'm pretty sure they will.
No.
Like, they have a spawn region.
I haven't seen necks in our camp in a really, really long time after we killed them all.
That's because you don't go down to the water, but they're there.
I don't. Fine.
I kill them all the time.
So anyway, what I was gonna say is it's super unfair because I sit here and then I say inflammatory things about politicians, and then I leave you all to deal with it. And that's the problem.
That's true.
Gotta get your little facey in there, Kyle. You're half the show.
So if we wanted to just make our own clearing, that opens up more options, obviously.
Bella says I generally don't like to discuss politics, as it's usually just arguing without discussing. I like discussing politics, but what I've learned is that every person in the world just wants to debate, and I absolutely hate everything about debate.
Yeah, that's right.
As a whole. And so now I no longer have political discussions because they're always trying to debate, and as soon as the debate flags go up, I bail. I'm like, I ain't doing that crap. Yep. Autumn says we're already building here.
Oh, alright, fine. Tiny island it is.
What do you mean? It's awesome. It was a great idea. What do you all think of Scottish independence?
I don't know nearly enough about that situation to have any opinion.
I like both of those words.
Independence from England is definitely like kind of our thing, so yeah, go for it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Not even a little bit.
It's kind of the entire world's thing, I guess. Like
Ethan's
everybody else has declared independence from
Ethan,
England.
join our game. It's Autumn's friend code. If someone could repost Autumn's friend code, you add Autumn on Steam and then you join its game. GB says 7 p.m. is actually one of the worst time slots for me.
Oh, that sucks. I'm
I
sorry.
missed our morning show because I just missed the morning show. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm okay not doing it in the morning.
I know you are.
I mean, you were too, that's why we changed it.
I know I was. I'm McSpooch. I keep wanting to make that name Ian McSpooch for some reason, but it's I'm. It says, I spent 3 hours discussing Brexit pre-vote at a festival, and it was so wholesome because neither of us attacked the other and listened. I can't imagine. Actually, one of the best things, one of the best conversations we ever happened was we were in England and we got we were in Cambridge, right?
Oh, you're talking about the nice break room talk we had with everybody.
Yeah,
While hiding from someone.
We were hiding from a really creepy dude while we were in England who was being a super big weirdo, and we were taken in by like 6 or 7 very handsome, very kind British boys.
Yeah.
Who just sat and talked with us about politics, and it was very enjoyable.
I still love all of them and haven't really like heard from any of them since then.
One of them was one of them was Eritrean.
Oh, that's true.
But one of them was also a mysterious English boy named Nick with a very fancy jacket who came into our lives and then left suddenly, and we miss him every day. Such a beautiful man. Let's see. Ethan says, I've got both back finally, but blah. About electricity and heat, I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ricky says, I hear this game is very good, but it's the definition of not a Ricky game. It's true, you cannot beat the other players in this game. There's no winning against them. It is only teamwork. You would not enjoy. Right now, Scottish independence is about as charged as saying AOC or Trump in the US. Well, you're gonna have to tell me which side to be on then, because I don't know what that is.
Just do it. Okay, why? I guess Scotland is split on it. Is the thing probably, huh?
I picked the not racist side, I guess. There's this great video. I don't want to get a lot of trouble for this, but there's a YouTube channel.
Hugh Allison saying something she's gonna get in a lot of trouble for.
Yeah, there's a YouTube channel. What is it called? I don't remember. It's not Jubilee, but it's close. It's like the one guy rates 10 girls on a scale of 1 to 10, blah blah blah, and 10 people line up and one person guesses their weight or whatever. And it was one of those channels. I don't remember which one it was. It's like a social experiment kind of channel that's like verging on inappropriate, but also like is kind of interesting. And one of them, there's
just put a bunch of beds here.
One of them, there's just like a clip taken from one of them, and it's this white girl, and she's sort of standing there, and she's talking to people as they come up and individually like talk to her. I don't know what she's supposed to be guessing about them, but she's like, oh hey, and then the other girl's like, hey, and she's like, tell me about yourself, and I don't remember what the context was, but she says something along the lines. She said something along the lines of like, "Oh yeah, well my ancestors were all slaves," and the white girl, she's like, sorry.
The delivery is what makes that though.
It's
like,
really funny because she
like,
just like you could tell she really felt it, but that she's been like doing this for a really long time. And I don't remember why. Oh, that's what it is. So every time anyone brings up politics, I'm just like, I guess like the not racist one. I can't do this again. Like it was too long. It's too hard for too long. So anytime anyone like brings up like, have you heard about this? I'm like, the not racist one. That's where you could sign me up, please. Thank you. Anyway. That's what I didn't want to get roasted for. If I got roasted, I apologize. I mean, I was just telling a story, but it's a really funny clip.
I assume the Scotland part isn't racism because it's
Ethan
it's
sent his
Scotland
invitation.
I assume it's probably more of just like a European Union kind of situation where it's like, what are the various benefits of being part of Great Britain versus not, and people disagreeing on which one makes sense.
Yeah. I'm Mixed Food says, there is no right side to independence. None of them are racist. Well, that makes it really hard. Well, I don't know what to tell you now. That was literally all I had.
I mean, if the only argument is, like, based around political policy, that sounds so nice.
What?
Wouldn't you love to have a whole debate that only is because people disagree on political policy? That'd be fantastic. I wish that was the case here.
Isn't that the case here?
No.
What is it? What are people arguing about?
Racism.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
If it was only motivated by people disagreeing on actual, like party disagreements on, like, policy stuff,
Wandering Wig Malaria says, I like the video where they have the mothers of catcallers dress up super cute and disguise themselves and their sons catcall them, and the mothers all give them such a beating for it. That sounds amazing!
Oof.
I watch a lot of those channels. I think they're really interesting. Because it actually... What?
Corell said Great Britain is the world's leading supplier of Independence Days.
Big woof.
Alright, I cleared a little spot.
Wow,
for
it's
us.
really nice how you took all the grass and made it into mud.
Yeah.
Yeah. now it's appealing. This is where we should build, guys.
We gotta build stuff. The grass is in the way.
I don't think you can actually use the beds until they're covered.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Let me try.
I think I'm just gonna outsource my fucking Kyle.
That needs a roof, yeah.
I think I'm just gonna outsource my politics. Like I'm just gonna find I'm gonna find like 5 people I trust morally, and then I'm gonna go learn this for me. And then people are like, Allison, what side are you on of this? I'm gonna go call them up and be like, hey, how do I feel about this one thing? And they're gonna be like, oh, you feel this way. I'm gonna be like, I feel this way. That's not gonna happen.
That doesn't seem easier. That just seems like the same thing, except with a.
Then I don't have to learn anything. They can just tell me how I feel about it, and I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't have to get involved.
Carl says in America, it's do these people deserve human rights most of the time. Which, yeah, that's pretty much true.
Big rip.
That's what the actual discussion is, and the answer is always yes. But rich people don't like that because it makes them less money, so they convince half the population that that's wrong. Anyway, I'm gonna build a house over here.
I was gonna say, now that Trump's not president, it's a lot nicer to just be like, okay, so we all hate the rich, right? Alright. Good night, everybody.
Let's see, I guess we don't have a covered workbench yet either, huh?
Yeah, wow, Doug and Autumn are really sleeping on this. Wait, not even gonna build a cover? A little canopy?
I call this spot for house.
Okay. I thought you guys were all gonna live in a commune. It's gonna be cute.
We are. A commune is still multiple buildings.
Ah!
It's hut making
I'm
time.
a Cree.
Alright, let's see.
Sorry, Allison, I've been inviting people. Oops.
Let's get...
Autumn doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing and me yelling at him.
I need wood. I do not have any wood.
What about all the trees you punched to death?
Yeah, I should have wood, right? I have 26. Why? Oh, because I don't have a crafting bench. Right. That makes sense.
I really want to see that video. I'm trying to think of other... So I watch a channel on YouTube called Jubilee. It's one of my favorites. And they basically do, like, can 2 sides of one thing sit in a room and have a good conversation? And the truth is, they can't have a conversation without yelling with each other, because a lot of the times people don't want to behave poorly on television where millions of people are going to watch you. But they can't really have a good conversation. That's the bad part. It's not that the conversation is mean. It's just not really that good of a conversation. It's not a good platform for a good
Well, there's so
conversation.
many conversations that are just not, like, interesting to have yeah, at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really want to... It's like the, like, climate change stuff. At this point, it's like, if anybody's like, I don't think climate change is real, it's like, cool, I'm past that, so I guess we're not talking.
Right.
Like,
I really want to get that way with so many things. I want to be just, like, bored with the concept. People are like, climate change isn't real, and I'm like, that's all. Which is how I feel now. I just wish
like,
I wanted
not
to
there
be that.
anymore.
Well, like, climate change is one of those things that's gonna, like, ruin us all. So, like, that's why it feels like I can laugh at it. But when it's like when it's a group of people who are directly, like, discriminated and marginalized, I don't feel like I can just, like, laugh. You know?
Yeah.
So that sucks.
I'm not talking about laughing, I'm just talking about I don't want to... It's like, I want to have conversations about climate change, just not whether or not it's a real thing. Is what I'm talking about. It's like, that specific topic is like, I have moved past the need to have this conversation with anyone.
This bird is annoying me.
Yes, I know how the workbench works. Thank you. Please. Oh.
And Bella says, let's be honest.
Uh-oh.
What have you done?
I'm regretting my decision.
What happened?
The tide's coming in and it's burying my floor.
No.
See, watch. It's gonna do it.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
I forgot about the tide.
Oh, no! I need to make it higher.
Stilts.
Stilts. It's stilt time.
Autumn says, well. That's what you get for leaving the group.
I'm not leaving the group. We picked this spot for our houses.
Are you guys seeing this cat just love these pets? He's just eating them up.
Ethan wanting attention the entire day.
I miss when Ethan was talking. I scared him away with my politics. Ethan, come back.
Ethan, come back. We'll stop. Maybe.
Carl says, you brought up this channel before. I saw a few episodes. Not a bad channel. It's really... Some episodes suck. There was one... mostly it's good. What happened? What are you mad about? What's happening? Why are you angry? God, there was one that was like, I think it was COVID deniers and non-COVID deniers, and that one really drove me nuts. That one sucked a lot. And then there were Trump supporters and Biden supporters. Like, it's called middle ground. Like, can they find a middle ground, basically? Right.
Hey.
Hit him with the floor. And Bella says, let's be honest, most conversations aren't productive. That's why I don't converse. That's why I choose to just speak boldly on this platform and then run away and hide.
This is also another, Buddhist...
Getting political over here?
Buddhist position.
Oh, it's Ethan!
Oh, it is Ethan.
Yay!
Ethan!
He's fucking up your floor.
Ethan, you're blocking my floor.
He's doing it on purpose. Just to punish us. Krell says Bill Nye and climate change being fake is just, no, you fucking idiot. I didn't really watch that much Bill Nye.
Well, no one, chose to watch Bill Nye. You were just showed Bill Nye
right,
in
school. School and stuff,
yeah.
right? And you were like, this guy isn't weird. And so you liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best part. If Bill Nye taught the class, if you went in and there was a video playing, that was a good day.
I need to talk about how my history class...
Is that in the ground? It's not in the ground.
My history class... someone's asking about gathering wood. They're building a whole civilization without you, Kyle. You are being a purposeful loner.
What? I'm making a building. What? What?
Look at them go. Look at them work together.
What?
Oh, I like their little border. That looks so good. Look, you could have done that,
cool.
but you were too busy not doing
well, I am
things.
going to do it. I'm going to steal it now.
Wow, So, Embellis just posted Bill a bunch of times, but for some reason, my brain only read it as, the 2.5 Men thing, men.
You're a monster.
I did used to watch that show. Kyle and I sat up last night talking about, different sitcoms.
Oh, yeah, sitcoms over the ages and, how things have, culturally changed in sitcoms.
Yeah, we just sort of, ripped and prayed over How I Met Your Mother and how that just does not hold up anymore.
We were watching, Boy Meets World. And we were specifically talking about how, the general... topic for sitcoms has changed from it went from family stuff to friends hanging out together, and now the trend seems to be work buddies.
Yeah.
Is the setup that everyone can relate to.
Also, we watched a best of Big Bang Theory clips,
We
and
did.
they were actually kind of funny. So, my take on Big Bang Theory is that it's probably okay if the two creepy ones just aren't in it.
Yeah, that's kind of the conclusion we came to was all the best of was only included 3 of the characters, so we were if you just remove the other 2 characters, it probably would not feel quite as cringy all the time.
I don't actually know the names. I know there's the one who looks like if given the choice he would keep women in a cage in his basement, and then the other one who turns into a raging sexist monster when he drinks. And that's all I know of those characters.
That's who they are.
And then there's Sheldon, who I think is actually kind of funny. It's kind of funny. He's kind of funny.
It's a very you have to qualify that real fast because it's an unpopular thing to say. But,
Krell says remove the bowl cut man, who's essentially a predator.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, we're thinking of the same guy.
Which really sucks because I actually like the actor a lot.
Why is he so wet looking?
He literally is in Dr. Horrible's sing-along vlog playing his minion named Moist because he sweats all the time. And was the direct inspiration for Lincoln and the guards themselves.
Tassoth says, take that back. Sheldon is not funny. So I watched a best of clip. So it was only 4 clips, and Sheldon was funny in those 4 clips. Now, to be fair, Sheldon wasn't funny. It was actually just good writing jokes.
Yeah.
They were actually just written well.
So speaking as a writer.
As a professional.
There are just I know it was the hot thing to make fun of Big Bang Theory for a long time, and it is bad.
Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It is bad. There is more bad than good, so it comes out to bad.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
There are good moments, and those moments are the times when the writers accidentally actually make it an interesting relationship between people, and you get to see these nuanced characters interact with each other. But then, after 2 minutes of that, somebody goes, haha, nerds! And then it's back to the usual joke again.
Right. I'm trying to remember some of the things in Big Bang Theory that were good, but I can't really remember them.
There were a couple of decent, like,
Actually, everything that was funny
interactions.
was interactions between Penny and Sheldon. Those were all the funny things.
Yeah, there was definitely, like, enough there where I was like, I could fix this. I feel like I could take this and, like, make it better with this
Didn't
knowledge
that happen? Didn't people, like, actually take the show and, like, re-edit it so that it's good?
I'm sure somebody has done that at
Let
some
me go
point.
see what other people are building. I'm sick of your dumb building that you built away from everyone.
I'm the one streaming!
Look at how cute that building is that you're not even a part of.
It's the same thing!
I think theirs is cuter. I think I killed some... Wait, what did Autumn just say?
What?
Autumn mentioned murder.
I think I killed someone with a tree trunk, but there's a lot of wood over there just now.
Oh, rip. Was it Doug?
Who died? Did we crush Doug?
No, Autumn, not Doug. Wow. Autumn just casually admitting to murder. And Bella says, wait, are you talking about the person in Big Bang that looks like the villain in Despicable Me?
Yeah, I think that's probably the one.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about that one and the other guy.
The main
the
character.
Indian guy.
Oh, the bad ones. Yeah, the Indian guy's
Yeah.
name is Raj.
Why?
'Cause
Is that
he's Indian.
The only reason that sent up a red flag is because I think that's the name of the tiger in Aladdin.
No, that's like Raja or something. Close
Oh.
enough. But yeah.
Okay.
The stairs are still getting covered in water.
I can see how that was a rude question. Like, someone's like, hey,
Yeah.
my name is Bill, and you're like, why? Have you thought about not?
I think we're gonna make a path actually over to the. Is Ethan trying to tell me something?
I think
What
he's
up?
trying to kill you. It looks like the bird is occasionally holding the hammer. And Bella says Dwight is better than Sheldon. Yes.
Yeah.
Everything about The Office is better than The Big Bang Theory. Literally timeless.
But the big one we were talking about was How I Met Your Mother, because we both loved that one when it was coming out.
Who didn't love How I Met Your Mother? It was so good.
I mean, I assume some people didn't like it, but it was also...
People who were ahead of the time definitely didn't like it.
It was at least as popular as The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how small of a window that show fits into, like, time-wise, as, like, being an okay show that exists.
Yeah. How I Met Your Mother was really good for the 3 years that people watched it, and then, like, as soon as they were up, anyone who went back and watched it was like, oh no, this didn't hold up.
And we're not talking in, like, joke quality, we're talking in, like, most beloved character was definitely just a serial rapist, but people just sort of didn't pay attention to that, or just sort of hand-waved it at the time.
I really hate to say it, because I liked Barney a lot. I don't know
Yeah,
how
everyone
I
did.
did.
Everyone did.
Is it... I'm Spooge says, How I Met Your Mother always seemed both ahead and behind its time. Yeah, why are you making it so big?
It's not that big.
It's just you. It's just you and your little loner dumb self away from everyone else. Even Ethan's part of the group.
Why are you being so mean about my house?
You could be helping others.
It's more... It's easier for people to make their own building so that you're not, like, messing up each other's vision. We're all building buildings next to each other. The end result is going to be a nice little village where we have a multitude of buildings that we all worked on together.
Yeah. Eric says Barney weaponized his charisma stat. He was the bard.
Yeah, and then he used it to rape people. That's what happened.
There is
That's what
actually
happened in
quite
the
a
show.
few just flat out, like, rape references. Like, they're not... I mean, they obviously don't say it that
There's
way.
literally a point in the show where he says he sold a woman. He describes what happened, the laugh track plays, and they keep going. He has committed crimes.
Well, but, like, I could kind of see how that would be played for, like, absurdism.
No, yeah, I know that it was. I saw it being played for absurdism. It's just now we look at the same thing and go, maybe don't do that. Maybe don't do that next time.
Yeah. Always thought Ted was worse.
Ted was also very much a problem. Most of the characters in that show were problematic in their own ways.
Yeah. The show did this thing. I was telling Kyle about it. Like,
as a roof.
I know floors can't be used as roofs.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it gets mad when you do that.
Yeah.
Which sucks because it does limit the different style of housing that you could create. So I'm kind of bummed out by that.
Yeah.
Chance says, "Wait, what show? We're talking about How I Met Your Mother." I'm trying to think. The biggest problem with this show is that one of the biggest problems I have with the show is that it uses main characters to dehumanize women characters that aren't real characters in the show. But then they do also use women to also dehumanize the female characters that aren't in the show,
right.
like the casual ones that Barney or Ted are like sleeping with occasionally, or whatever. And so I liked How I Met Your Mother the whole time. Didn't send up any red flags, but I was a different person. And the reason I stopped watching How I Met Your Mother is because the crazy hot scale was invented. And y'all boys, who probably aren't anyone in chat, but boys I knew at the time did not let that die. I woke up every day and I realized that the men in my life followed the crazy hot scale, and it radicalized me. I changed. That's when it started, honestly.
When it started?
I think that's a big part of when it started, like the feminist stuff, like when I started like demanding that title, is because the crazy hot scale went around. And then after that happened on the show, some literal like bag of rocks human made a video about the accuracy of it, and then everyone with a brain was like, that's not okay, and everyone without a brain was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. And he was like, it was just a joke, guys, but all the damage was done, and now women were personified to a scale of just like, are you hot enough for me to sleep with you? If so, like, I hate the idea that women were established as either only being mentally incapable of existing equal to men.
Ethan said, I had a friend who bought the Dumb Bro Code book.
No.
Also, Tathos said, Barney was painted as evil bad in the show. Friends thought what he was doing was wrong, but everyone encouraged Ted to be Ted. That's a good point, actually.
I would argue that they didn't discourage Barney nearly enough.
No, but they definitely did, like specifically, tell Ted that he was right for doing what he was doing.
Autumn also says, one of my friends bought me the... No!
Hey, Ethan made a raft.
Damn.
Ethan on a raft. Ethan on a raft on Sunday morning. Oh, what a beautiful sight to see.
What is that? What are you singing?
Chicken on a raft, but I made it Ethan.
What's Chicken on a Raft?
It's the wonderful song back from the days of random YouTube poop.
YouTube poop? Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing with these floors right now.
I don't know, I'm really trying to see what's happening. I'm just waiting to see you, tie it back into their building.
It'll come together. It'll happen. This is how I build in these games. I just start doing things that kind of look like they make sense, and then eventually they do.
Eric says, some of the best moments were when Karma hit Barney, whether literally due to the failed slap bets or the... I agree that Barney did...
Or the person named Karma hitting him.
Didn't
pretty sure
wasn't that the stripper that he almost married?
Yeah.
I liked her a lot. So that was what was frustrating about the show, is despite the fact that it, really painted women in a, super dehumanizing way, when it did have female characters, they were really interesting and enjoyable to see. And I liked them a lot.
Yeah.
But
they
then
did
at the
have
same
a couple
time,
of good ones.
They had some really good ones.
And there's also, it kind of sucks because there's some stuff the show did narratively that was just really clever, and I've never seen other people do the same things nearly as well.
I think this draws in back to the point that someone, I don't remember who said it, but that it was both ahead and behind its time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, there was a lot of stuff, especially in, it gets flack in later seasons a lot, but there were actually a lot of later season episodes that I liked a lot, because they did some kind of off-the-wall things. And, the whole, unreliable narrator thing and the way they played with that so often was super cool.
It had a lot of really good things in the show.
It's just a very comfortable feeling show at the time, too. I don't know if I'd think the same now, but...
I don't feel comfortable in the same way.
No, not anymore, because now I'm too aware of how bad everything is that they're doing.
I think you can still sit and watch the show, but the moments that are bad are really just oh my god, what?
Yeah. It was really good at depicting... So at the time, there was... I mean, that has never been my life, but, it felt like I was getting a little window into somebody's life, especially with the way the theme song started up, and it was just, photos of them hanging out in the bar, and it was, it was a very well done sitcom that worked very well for its time, because for some reason the world was just okay with, making jokes out of abuse, I guess. Not just rapey stuff, but, we talked about this before. There was a whole period of time where being mean to people was the funniest thing you could do.
Right.
Until people realized that they were hurting each other's feelings, and that sucked.
Well, we just realized that you can actually, like, The Office was really an eye-opener, I think, for TV everywhere, because it showed that you don't have to, like, the humor does not have to be reliant on being mean to people, like...
Yeah. I think The Office was definitely, like, a start.
Well, so our theory was, first I just want to address that I don't know the Chicken on the Raft song, but it is apparently a staple of internet. But you didn't know the Llama Cheesecake song, did you?
No, I don't know that one.
Okay, so I guess we were just on different sides of the internet then.
I guess so.
So our theory was that, like, okay, so, like, the 80s wholesome family shows happened, right? And those were all the trending sitcom shit.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was, like, all about the breaking down the barriers of sitcom families with things like Married with Children and other shows that talk about how much they hate their wives, which was really funny at the time. And then the kids of those marriages grew up, but they were, like, not our generation, they were, like, a generation above us, so they all had good-paying jobs right out of college, money, blah, 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 and so the thing that they wanted to see the most was, like, friends. Like, they all wanted to hang out and dream about how cool it would be at their big New York jobs when they sat around in their coffee shop making too much money, doing shenanigans, I guess.
Right. Because they hated their awful parents.
Right.
So
then, like, that happened. But Friends, I've seen Friends and How I Met Your Mother and stuff, and, like, that whole, like, despite them all being friends and whatever, the humor is really reliant on making fun of everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
Treating everybody like garbage. And then I think, like, after that, there was a shift in like, generational wants from what we were seeing in television, and we all wanted, like, then the millennials kind of happened. We were all super depressed and angry and upset because we couldn't get the jobs that people had in shows, like, just casually. Like, Ted is just an architect in New York or whatever.
Right. Oh my god.
My god.
I gotta come get my stuff back.
You're stupid. You did that all
I hadn't
wrong.
even slept yet.
Ridiculous. Anyway, I don't even remember where I was going. It felt like I was talking for too long. The point is,
no, I think everything
it
you're
changes
saying
with time, and every generation has wanted different things from sitcoms.
Well, so my personal journey with it, too, is that you watch people being mean to each other on screen, and everyone laughs, and the people who are the butt of the joke make, like, a face, but then they just keep going, and it's fine. Mm-hmm. So then, as a teenager, you try that on real people, which I did, because that's
the right way.
Yeah. Because that's what you do as a child, is you experiment with things and see where boundaries are. Mm-hmm. And so I had a couple times in high school where I was like, ooh, I thought of a really clever thing at this person's expense, and would say it. And they would clearly feel terrible because I had just insulted them.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Because now I feel bad. That wasn't funny. That just hurt. That just made me sad.
I've always
had
a really...
feel bad.
I have a really mean sense of humor. And I still kind of do. And it's still funny.
But not if it...
Moral of the story.
But not if it hurts the other person's feelings. Like,
no,
that's what we
of course not.
That's what we all kind of realize is, like, oh, it's not actually funny when people are just cruel to each other.
I spend a lot more time being mindful of who I'm mean to now, because I used to just think everyone could take it. But then I met people who were funny to me. And I'm like, I don't know you well enough for that.
Right.
And then it hurt my feelings. And I was like, is this how I am when I meet people and they're just funny? But then you can, like, feel it out pretty fast to figure out, like, who you mean funny and who you don't mean funny.
Yeah, there are definitely, like, some relationships where you can do that with people, and it's
Autumn
okay,
and
but
I
it has to be established.
exclusively bully each
right.
other. But when I met Kyle, that wasn't the humor I decided to take with him right off the bat.
But, like, Jeff Winger does not selectively decide who he's Jeff Winger to, right? Like, that's just who he is, because in a show that works better.
But now we have shows that are much more, like, about wholesomeness, because I think millennials were so desperate for relationships and connections between people that as we grew up, the only things we wanted to see on TV were how wholesome and kind we could be to each other while still being good friends and family. So the things like Office and Parks and Rec and that kind of stuff really shot up because we needed it. We needed to see it. And then we watch Friends, and we're like, I've watched you guys have heard me rant about how much I fucking hate Friends, and it's because I can't stand a bunch of, like, upper middle class, well-off dickwads just hanging out with each other, treating each other like shit. getting into the dumbest shenanigans I've ever seen in my entire life. I hate Friends. It's a stupid show. Oh my god.
That would have been absolutely hilarious.
That would have been amazing. I'm sad you didn't die.
That would have been worth losing all my stuff for, honestly.
Who's apologizing? Oh, it's Autumn.
I'm taking this tree. Get away from my tree. You dropped this tree on my head.
Autumn says, Allison, you're not competent enough to bully me. It's so true. My bullying also occasionally comes across as, like, compliments. I don't know if I can give a good example. I make fun of Autumn for being tall and statuesque. So that probably isn't selling as a good insult.
So you can actually see that a lot of this transferred over even into my writing. Like, a lot of our early stuff is funny because it's people being angry and mean to each other. Still, actually.
Oh, can you approve this message real fast? I haven't seen anything approved. There you go. There you go.
Like, the character I'm most used to playing is...
Oh, and this one.
Is,
the blobs are gone. Yeah, there you go.
Is Noam, basically, right? From the guards themselves. Which was definitely just a direct result of, like, Michael Bluth from Arrested Development. Like, that kind of straight man that just makes smart remarks to everybody.
Yeah.
And that's how I started off with writing the characters. And
sure.
Nobody's been able to see any more of my narrative stuff, but I still do it in the sketches. I probably should make more of an effort to move away from it. But
probably.
But, like, I remember watching the first time I realized people could be happy and funny was Chris Traeger, I think, in Parks and Rec.
Ann Perkins.
He was the funniest character on the show when he showed up, and I was
Purely
like, he never says anything bad.
Never once.
And he's hilarious.
Oh, see, Wandering Hilarious says, my preferred style is over-the-top compliments and hype. This has resulted in several very awkward situations where I was told, that it was flirting. I think that's also
a little bit.
That's also Chris Traeger's problem, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's like his whole thing is like no one can tell if he likes them or not because he's so nice to everyone that like even when he fires people, they can't tell if they were rewarded. And
not knowing that they were broken up because she didn't realize that's what was happening
for like months because he was too nice about the breakup. Amazing. I want this to be more of my style of humor. Honestly, he is the funniest person in the show, so...
And I'm practicing with that in some of the stuff that I'm, like, the narrative stuff that I'm writing now, too, and not make... Because I have another grumpy character coming up in a thing that I'm making, but I'm trying to make him grumpy about himself rather than... Well, okay, yeah, that's the step forward. And I think a lot of people, like... I started making friends with people because of this, as I realized the easiest step away from that was self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
Because if you're mean to yourself, it's not quite as bad.
Yeah.
And that's why I made friends with you and Matt and everybody else.
Right. So I actually didn't start off with self-deprecating humor at all. I was mean. Like, I was mean funny, so I made fun of other people, and it was funny. But the people who I made fun of weren't laughing until eventually someone just, like, called me out on it, and I was like, oh my god, I am like that. And then I realized the person that everyone can laugh at all the time is me.
Right.
But also, I'm a millennial, and my self-hatred runs so deep that I couldn't ever stop hating myself and making fun of myself, even if I wanted to.
And stand-up comedians also started doing this around this, like, I think the style shifted.
And I hate stand-up comedians, so it's perfect. We can all hate them together. They hate them, I hate them.
Because, like, Jerry Seinfeld era was definitely making fun of, like, circumstances and other people, but then,
airplane food.
But then, like, Bo Burnham, Dimitri Martin, like, that kind of group started just making fun of, like, the ways that they screwed up. John Mulaney, obviously, only talks about how stupid he is all the time.
That's funny.
And, yeah,
John Mulaney talking about how stupid he is funny because we're all John Mulaney stupid.
Right.
It's very relatable.
The new thing that I'm learning is...
Self-hatred is hilarious because we all hate ourselves.
Well, so I've recently been coming to terms with how damaging that can be to your own psyche, and now I'm in the process of adjusting to actually just, like, wholesome funny, which is, I think, more along the lines of, like, Parks and Rec, The Good Place, Superstore, like that kind of stuff, where people just aren't terrible to each other or themselves, and they still can be funny.
It's really interesting now how the current trend in, like, sitcoms all have to do with people who work just the shittiest jobs or have the worst experiences in school. Like, they really know who they're talking to.
Well, it's the
us.
world is what sucks in those situations, right? It's
Well,
like
right, 'cause,
it's like I'm fine, you're fine, but like just the existence of the way the world works is terrible to all of us equally.
Exactly, because like in Friends and How I Met Your Mother, they're all lawyers and architects
Right.
and
They're all part of the
fashion
system and running it.
designers. They all live in New York and can, and then like Superstore and Parks and Rec come along, and it's like government jobs and Walmart, and you're like, oh, this is relatable. This is much better. I just think their shows are better in general, but...
Autumn says he absolutely hates Bo Burnham.
What?
And I don't think I can fault you for that. Like, I get it. I think
Really?
he's great.
Ethan just says, I'm just a pile of references given life. That's accurate.
Yeah.
I remember Kyle describing Ethan to me before I met Ethan for the first time, because I was worried if Ethan was gonna like me, and I can't remember. You said something along the lines of like, have you ever watched SpongeBob? And I was like, yeah, and he's like, you're gonna be fine. And I was like, what does that mean?
I don't know if Ethan will...
And to Kyle's credit, Ethan, I'm pretty sure sang songs from SpongeBob the first time I met him.
Autumn says I'm sure he's funny, but he's an awful person. Is Bo Burnham... Does he
Is
suck
Bo
as a
Burnham
person?
terrible?
I guess I haven't actually seen him in, like, podcasts
I don't know
anything.
anything about his person at all.
I've taken away from his comedy that I
Kyle
probably
also
would like
dislikes
him,
Bo Burnham.
What was I gonna... Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know if Ethan will hate me for this, but have you ever seen Flubber?
Yeah?
Do you remember the little robot that flies around and...
No. I don't remember that at all.
In Flubber, Robin Williams has an AI robot that has a screen that can flap up, and it just plays little clips from cartoons and movies. Basically, just talks in memes and references before, like decades before the internet ever existed.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
That's Ethan.
Yeah,
Ethan
you're right.
knows every reference to everything, and everything. He will reference things that you don't even know. I've watched things before that I just found completely on my own.
Yeah.
And a character will say something, and I'm like, that's the thing. The Leonardo DiCaprio meme. I'm like, that's the thing Ethan says.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's weird when references reference Ethan.
Yeah.
Instead of the other way around. That does happen quite a bit.
Weibo, right? That's his name.
Ethan says, but then I have to make a weird hollow body and try to seduce Robin Williams. We all know you would succeed.
Oh, I love this roof. This is a really good roof idea. Good job, Autumn. I like the roof.
I just got a notification that Angelina Jolie replied to my comment on TikTok.
Oh, interesting.
You think it's her?
How's she doing?
Oh. It's not her. Fine.
I'll do one more layer here.
I feel like Ethan and I relate on a deep level for which we could never communicate on, which is that,
What did Ethan say?
What does Ethan say about what?
Hey nerd, look at my workbench.
Look at his workbench.
Go. Leave me. Oh, okay. Wait, it's open now. Oh, okay. Neat. Workbench hut.
Oh, it looks nice.
Thank you. Thank you for this.
Most of my time around the house on
That's
days
storage.
where I don't speak, I usually just
Sweet.
grumble and shitty references and like wander around the house like this and just like scream and make horrible noises. That's like 80% of what I do not on camera. And Kyle has occasionally mentioned how Ethan-y I can be. Only in that one aspect, though. I'm exposed says, Allison, are you planning on getting back in your vlog? Yes, I actually have a video. I'm just trying out 3 or 4 different editing softwares because I hate editing so much that it keeps me from uploading any content. But I actually I think I found an editor that I like that is easy enough to edit on. And I should be posting a video very soon. A few.
Nice.
I have like 2 or 3 planned out.
Taking this log. I claim this log.
Mel says I may have mistaken it for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, though. Oh, Flubber.
Flubber.
Yeah. I want to know what happened with Bo Burnham. Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe I don't. No, I do. I don't get. I
don't know anything about him.
I'm
I
overstanding any
I will
celebrity.
never. Yes, I will never assume. Like my opinion on celebrities definitely start with you suck until you prove otherwise. At this point.
I think that's fair. I was on TikTok, and some girl mentioned that she, like, I don't know, she did some sort of underhanded, like, man, that guy came in looking cool. Did you see Doug?
Yeah.
He jumped, like, flew, and then just, like, slammed into it.
Then he did my move from the Civ video.
It was really...
Yeah! Oh,
you're right, he did. It looked so good. What was I saying? Oh, right. Someone was trying to cancel David Dobrik, and every single comment was like, I will...
Fine.
They were like, I will literally stand by David Dobrik no matter what he does. And other comments were like, you can't cancel him. It doesn't matter what he does. I will love him forever. And a bunch of shit like that. I was like, really? Why?
This is specifically
what did he do
why
for you?
I figured Bo Burnham is fine. He literally has a part in one of his stand-up bits where he's like, "Do not stand with me through thick and thin. Don't stand with me through thick. If I stop entertaining you, throw me to the curb." Like that's like a point that he makes.
I've heard
it doesn't
that...
mean that he doesn't that he practices what he preaches.
I've heard
but...
that he's a bit of like a nihilistic asshole. But...
Oh, I'm certain about that.
Right. That's all I've heard, really. And Bella says you can enjoy an actor's acting or character, but not the person.
Yeah.
I'm, like, iffy on that.
I mean, yeah, otherwise I wouldn't be able to enjoy any media.
That's true. I have a hard time with Kevin Spacey now, though. It's a little
yeah.
awkward on that one.
Kevin Spacey doesn't really bother me as much for some reason. I don't know why.
Not enough of a pedophile to bother you?
I mean, no, it's just I can, in my head, I get...
He's a good enough actor?
It's really stupid, but he might just be a good enough actor that I can separate his character mentally. Not like Bill Cosby's like a no-go because he's Bill Cosby everywhere, right? Like that's kind of the issue there.
Oh, that's a good point. That's an interesting point. We're much more likely to forgive actors who are good at acting because we can remove them from the crimes they've committed, unlike Bill Cosby, who was a heartbreak because he was Bill Cosby
right.
no matter what.
It's kind of like if Will Smith did something awful. Like, Will Smith is only Will Smith in everything that he's in. You wouldn't be able to watch any Will Smith stuff after that.
I know I just said that I wouldn't stand any actor, but I really don't want Will Smith to do anything wrong.
I mean, he's a Scientologist, so, like, he already isn't...
He's a what?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
How much of a Scientologist is he?
Enough of one. It's not really like... There aren't gradients of Scientology.
Is he, like, born into it or something?
No one's born into Scientology.
That's not true. Probably the most depressing case of Scientology I've ever seen is the main character from The Handmaid's Tale is a Scientologist. She was born into it.
That's pretty wild.
She was born into it. So what about Marilyn Manson? I don't know. What did he do? Fuck him, I guess.
Why did anybody ever like Marilyn Manson in the first place?
Wasn't his whole thing that he wasn't liked? like just a piece of shit from the very beginning?
I was gonna... Oh, I think he was trying
Wondering
to...
when Malaria says he's a what? Allison, he's told you this in the past. I watched the OK We're Up video. God damn.
What else?
I literally just had a conversation with my friend this morning about how my brain looks like Swiss cheese because I cannot retain a single bit of information that is not regularly reminded to me daily.
Oh, you know who I think might be cool out of like certain actors is the cast of Superstore seems pretty down to earth.
That's
I don't know if that's true.
TikTok. We did talk about this on the. We talked about this exact thing on an OK We're Up morning show. Yeah.
I've watched Dina's actors on TikTok.
Let me see other people's shit. I'm sick of yours. So cute. Not that. The other one.
Okay. Screw you, I guess, Doug.
Is that Doug's?
Probably.
Oh, let me go see Doug's.
I really like Autumn's Roof,
wow,
though.
Autumn's looks so good. What the fuck? I don't know. Doug's looks really... Doug's is a loft.
Yeah.
Doug Jordan. His name is actually Jordan.
His name
is Jordan.
Well, it says it's Doug in here.
His name is Jordan.
It says he's flipping his around. I don't know what that means.
Good luck.
You're disassembling and like rotating it.
Good luck.
The cast of ASIP are really good people. What is
it's
that?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, I've heard that.
Can't make me watch that show.
Is it true, or is it just in comparison to their characters? Do they just get a pass because... Well, I've heard that Danny DeVito is pretty cool of a person. Again, I don't know, though. Like, everybody says, like, oh, this celebrity's cool, but it's like they're still a celebrity, so I don't know for sure. It's always kind of hard. I've heard good things about, like, people meeting Danny DeVito.
Can Danny DeVito really be worse? Like, are we too mean to celebrities? And obviously not, but the point of me asking that is, like, If Danny DeVito does suck a little, does he really suck worse than people we already know in our own lives? Like, Danny DeVito might come out as not, like, a perfect person, but, like, is Danny DeVito just, like, you know...
I'm not unwilling
like, normal
to let
bad,
people,
or...
like, earn my trust. Like, I'm not just gonna be like, you're a celebrity, so you suck no matter what you do. I just, by default, assume that you suck unless you prove otherwise. I do think Danny DeVito has proven otherwise.
Doug says, mine will look better when it's done, you have my word. To be fair, I think Doug's played more of this game than any of us have.
Yeah.
I think he said he had like 80 hours in the game, so he's probably going to make your little water deck look like shit.
Probably.
So take that.
Oh, thanks for
I hate your thing! I hate it.
Destroying me on behalf of Doug.
Doug didn't need my help. Place is gonna make yours look dumb. Somebody said something about the actress who plays Umbridge as not being awful. Like, apparently the actress is really lovely, but her character is so horrible. And this reminds me of Lena Headey in Grey's Anatomy, in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Where she played such a despicable character that she literally, like, fans have told her how much they hate her and, like, wish she would die.
I've noticed a lot of villain actors are like this. And I think it's because they've worked around enough awful people and have understood intuitively what makes them work that way. That they themselves can't be that bad because they're too self-aware.
Yeah.
Not really a good example because he's not really the same caliber of celebrity that we're talking about at all.
Your health is so low, dude. Eat something.
But Freddie Wong, fantastic at playing douchebags. Because he's worked with so many douchebags.
I bet you would be really good at playing a douchebag.
I am. That's what I said. I play that character in our videos all the time.
It's true. It's true. You are such a dick sometimes in our videos, and you're great at it. That's a very good point.
I'm playing,
Danny DeVito's pictures at the Pride Festival were super wholesome.
That's cool. That's good to know.
I can only imagine what those look like.
To tease a little bit without giving anything away, I wonder how people will feel about the direction Noam goes in.
I'm really interested to see that as well. And Bella says, something to notice though is that some people may have their poor decisions more available than others. Agreed. I was such like a shit little kid and probably did some of the shittiest things, and I don't feel like I want those leaked.
I think
I don't know what they would be. I literally don't have anything in mind, but just like as a preemptive measure, I don't think I would enjoy people bringing up how garbage I used to be. Definitely possible. Oh, go ahead and approve that comment. Kyla's really good at acting like a Chad.
That's true. We've also talked about that before, where like my favorite character type is like the
Dumb
is
Chad.
like the buff dumb idiot that like makes fun of people, but specifically because I think
have
we
you
talked about
ever
this.
met anyone like that though?
Not really.
See, because I have.
But I've seen them in movies. I think that's mostly what it is that it was always, that was the protagonist in things.
We actually have
and
met someone like this, but I don't want to tell you who it is because I don't want to be mean to them on stream.
I think I might know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But like, but see, this is the thing, I like this kind of character because growing up, that was the star. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, that's not me, so I guess I'm not the action star. That sucks, right? Like, that was never going to be me. Right. So I've always liked seeing that kind of character in roles where they look the same way, but they don't embody the same weird, like, toxically masculine traits, or they grow out of them. Because it feels very cathartic to watch that be destroyed.
To be fair, I think that's one of the best reasons why Barney's character was so beloved.
I agree. I don't think it was done to the best point that it could be. Wow. I don't really feel like that's what happened. I feel like it got most of the way there.
You missed Doug just like running straight up to you on fire, trying to catch you on fire. Is he even in the game? Did Ethan bail?
No, I think he's here.
Really?
I think yeah. I don't know where
there
he
is.
Where?
He's off in the distance.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, is that as grave?
Oh no, maybe.
Ethan!
Yeah.
Oh no!
I'm dead.
Fucking trees. Michael Williams says, I'm more of a semi-buff dumb guy who isn't mean to everyone.
That's good.
That's the best place to be.
Like,
if I had to describe, like, close to a perfect man, it might be a semi-buff dumb guy who isn't mean to everyone.
It's Thor. The perfect character for me is Thor.
That makes sense.
Thor starts as like the most classic toxic masculinity, like buff jock dude, and goes through like every kind of like mental problem, weight gain, like all this stuff throughout the whole series, and becomes just the best. He's just the best character. He loses literally everything, and just learns that like feeling things is okay, and you can be nice to people.
I'm Expooch says, I'm a Jeff Winger type who doesn't pick on people who don't need it. And I don't know if I've ever met anyone who was willingly able to compare themselves to Jeff Winger. That being said, I know I'm Britta, and I don't want to talk about it. So don't... And if you compare me to her, I will scream, and I will fight you.
The H in himbo stands for heart. Himbo, I forgot. People made a word for this recently.
Himbo!
Kronk. It's also Kronk.
Kronk.
It's later stages Thor and Kronk. These are my favorite characters. This is why I made Rodriguez.
So it's 8:15.
That's fine. We can go for like another 15 minutes at least, right?
Yeah, we can do that. And then we're gonna go watch Attack on Titans.
It's not plural.
What?
You sound like a mom when you do that. It's Attack on Titan singular.
There's multiple Titans.
But it's only an attack on one of them, apparently.
That just makes less sense than what I said. Same thing with JCPenney's. I just pluralize everything, don't I? Is
We're gonna
Pluckers
go watch
plural?
the Attack on Titans. Yeah, Pluckers is plural.
Is Titan plural as a word?
It can be.
Fuck you. I'm sick of your shit. I don't need you. Ethan says I have no plans on streaming tonight due to noise issues mostly. Bummer. I'm Expooch says, like, I'm not a perfect person, but people seem to gravitate towards me. I know people like that. My brother's like that.
Yeah.
There are just some people who just, like
cult leader charisma, it just kind of happens.
Yeah, but, like, you didn't ask for it, you don't do anything special to your own accord. People just sort of want to be around you.
Yeah.
I used to be like that. I think I just suck more than I used to. Ethan says I might do a turbo late stream, but nothing for the next couple hours, so y'all planning to stay up till at least 2 a.m. Good chance. Autumn says, I'm like that. I've been asked to lead 2 cults. I think it's fascinating that you have an increase of extremely charismatic, like, audience members for you, Kyle.
Yeah. Where did you guys all come from?
That's a good point.
No!
No,
stop.
Kyle!
No, stop. Bad tree.
Damn, that one looked like it hurt. Look at all that blood. Doug says, I cannot stop dying. Doug, you literally have played this game more than anyone. You're the only person who can... No one's hurting you.
I'm assuming you just keep crushing yourself with trees.
There's a lot of trees. Maybe this was a bad idea. But think of all the wood you'll have. And Bella says, I was kind of part of a cult. Had to report them to Homeland Security.
What? Damn.
No one's ever told me that I could lead a cult. Ever.
You've never wanted to lead a cult. You've wanted to be the person next to the person leading the cult.
That's true. At the end of the day, I want 0 credit in the history books, but then, like...
Christian just started playing Valheim.
Christian?
Yeah, like Haney.
How do you know that?
Because I just saw his little thing pop up down there.
What?
Yeah.
He'd be fun to play with.
Yeah.
Bruh, I can't imagine anyone more that the Door Monster audience would love to fucking meet that they don't know than Christian.
That's probably true. I wish he didn't live so far and, COVID wasn't a thing. We could actually have him in stuff.
Wandering Wig Malaria and I think we probably share that love of, like, true crime and cult stuff, so as soon as Autumn was like, or no, Embellis, as soon as Embellis was like, I reported a cult once, we were like, bruh, more.
Carl says, I was told to start a religion once. Dude, same. Big same.
Yeah, but Kyle wasn't a failure and he did it.
Not intentionally.
That's the thing about starting a religion. You can't do it. You just have to surround yourself with people willing to say, "Hey, you should start a religion."
It's like
until
trying
they
to
start
get a
it for
meme
you.
going, you know. It can't be done on purpose.
Here, I need to see more chat. There's some things going on. We found out through your That's gone.
How many Dormmonster-related cults are there now? I have no idea. I'm pretty sure there's a spreadsheet somewhere on the subreddit.
GB asks, which are you, Allison? Which you are, Allison, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what they're referring to, unfortunately. Let's see. And Bella says, nothing can be good when you start to buy planes. Probably in reference to the cult that he reported.
Oh. Yeah, that's usually a red flag.
Doug says, I created a religion called Lincolnism in high school.
Like,
Isn't that what
like
people
for
are
Abraham
calling...
Lincoln?
Isn't that what people call the Republican movement now?
I don't know.
Aren't they saying that it's like the party of Lincoln? Isn't that the new trendy thing?
I hope not, because Lincoln wasn't a racist man.
Trump was the first black president we ever had. Did you hear that one? Can't even argue with that.
I didn't even hear it now. What'd you say?
Chance says there's a cool show on Netflix called Wild County about a cult. Warnings about graphic images and violence. If there isn't graphic images and violence in my cult documentaries, I'm not interested.
What's even the point?
Ethan says those who remain boat Mormons, crab banners, denouncers.
Do you list stuff? Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about those who remain.
How many
That still happen.
Dormonster related cults are there now? Is what he said before that. I wasn't part of a cult. I was just part of a really not a cult. Not a cult, right? It was more. It was like
it never quite got
diet
to the
cult.
point of being a cult. Unfortunately, the guy running it was not really competent enough to make it a full cult.
What's weird is I think he would be offended by that. I mean, he would also take it as a joke, but I think also it would kind of hurt his feelings. My friend was part of a cult, and I'm so proud of her for getting herself. Does everyone know people in a cult? I feel like I'm missing out.
Missing out of that cult life?
Yes! I love that shit. That is some juicy, juicy stuff. Eric says no one expects the YOLO Inquisition. Oh, GB says you were the second in command to a cult leader. I picked good. I just want to be the information that's like, there's a whole Wikipedia page about me and people are like, who is this person? And they're like, oh, did you know that there was a second in command of one of the most popular cults in the world? And they're like, who was it? It was like some girl. They didn't teach about her because she wasn't the cult leader. That's all I've ever wanted to be.
The weird thing, this is probably like a really prominent position in history, and some of them are probably better people than the leaders. But this has forever been immortalized by Tolkien's character known as Wormtongue.
Yeah, I don't really understand that reference that much.
This is the position. You don't have, how long has it been since you watched Lord of the Rings?
It's been a while.
He was the creepy, hunched-over wet man who whispered things into the king's ear and secretly ran everything.
Me. This is what I want to be. This is what I want to be.
And it's one of those things where it's like it's really easy to like. It's like the Yoko Ono comparison thing where it's like anybody who sees that happening would definitely immediately be like, ooh, bad person. They're doing bad things.
Who's dead?
Huh?
Is that Ethan's
That's
dead?
still Ethan's. He may not have come back.
That's a different one.
Oh.
Oh, he may not. That's true. He might not have come back. He might have just died and been like, I'm fucking out of here. Waterwing Malaria says, yeah, but I feel like everything that makes a cult is everything they stand against. That's true. Someone was listing off all the cults. Cult of Kyle, Denouncing Venice, Cult of Allison, Cult of Technicus, YOLOism, Agency to the Polyhedron, Boat Mormonism, Denouncing Gazebos, Church of Jeffrey, Cult of Kevin. Then there is Poloism, Killing Joey, Cult of the Crystal Soccer Ball.
Oh, we did do that one. That was entirely us.
We had a cult on killing someone?
I don't know about that one, but the soccer ball was ours. This isn't Ethan's grave. This is Empyrean Warrior, who I didn't know was in here.
Oh no! And they just died. Well, come back. Ethan says, I never died, you nerds. I also don't want... Yeah, so I would be a loyal second in command, to be fair. I would do anything anyone ever asked of me if I like.
That's true. That's always the breaker, the deal breaker. I think is that like the worm tongue type is like definitely out for themselves. How did you already make the dragon head?
That's so rad.
Someone must have brought in an axe that we don't have yet.
This is what you get for... Look at your shabby little hut.
My hut is great.
You
Shut
wanted
up.
to go off on your own, and Autumn is surpassing you. Decades ahead.
Autumn wouldn't have wanted me building his thing.
You don't know that. You didn't ask. You went off on your own. You left him with no other choice. All I'm saying is, like, people can, like, look, people are gonna forgive you, right? Like, so you're like, hey, the two most notorious mass murderers of all time were Jim and Bill, and they're like, oh man, that's awful, and it's like, yeah, they decapitated everyone they ever met, and like,
damn,
and kicked
sounds
puppies,
like work.
Or whatever, and they're like, oh fuck, that's bad, and then they're like, but at the end, Bill, he was a traitor. He sold Jim, or whatever the name I set out, and just like abandoned their whole friendship. And then people are like, wow, that Bill is a piece of shit then. Like, everyone hates traitors. Like, you can do some really awful shit, but if you're a traitor to even the thing that you've committed doing...
It's true.
You are below
people like
worthy.
that. They're like, at least be consistent. If you're gonna stab people.
GB says Allison is deflecting. Maybe.
Bill
Good
again was
chance.
blaming me.
At Bill, sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Maybe that was subconscious. You all seem susceptible to ending up in cults. You should all rally behind a charismatic leader offering to protect you from the outside influences. I mean, I was very deeply involved in a, like, is there such thing as a progressive cult? Maybe that's what you could call it. Catalyst. I don't know what they call it.
I don't think...
It wasn't really cult. It was
I don't
just,
think
it
so.
was like, it was not a cult, but it was very, like, cult-inspired enough that when we made cult jokes, they were a little too on the nose. We literally all tried to move into the same apartment.
It wanted really hard to be a cult.
Okay,
like,
but to be fair, that was actually out of pure convenience, and we liked each other. So we just wanted to be in the same apartment complex, so we all moved into the same...
No, that's not why.
That is why.
That's not why.
That's why we did that. Why do you think we moved in?
No, that's not why it was a cult.
Why was it a cult?
For all the other weird indoctrination reasons.
That's just religion. You can't say every religion is a cult.
Religions only aren't cults if they're big enough.
Huh. Bill says, hey now, I am the dangerously charismatic cult leader people follow for unknown reasons, but I don't betray. Why? How do we have an audience of such charismatic, interesting... Uh-oh.
What? What's happening? Is
Uh-oh.
coup happening? What's going on?
They're voting you off the island. They're coming for you. Religions are cults, Allison. Jordan says, you are still streaming? Yeah, but we're gonna get off in about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Progressive cult sounds like a great emo band. Ethan says, I'd love to be in a coven. I think that's witches, right?
The witch thing, yeah.
Me too, dude. Let's go. Let's go find us some cool witches to hang out with.
Ethan's got the land already.
Actually, I picked out a really great Wiccan church for me to attend in San Antonio, and then we left.
Aw, that's
They seemed really, really sweet and nice, and I wish I could have spent more time there. Because what is my identity if I'm not attached to a organized religion of some sort? Difference between a cult and religion is branding. They have to, like... Oh, they have to, like, not let you leave before they're a cult. Yeah, they let us leave.
They have to be small enough to not let you leave.
Catalyst let me leave, so they're probably not a cult. They weren't happy about it. Ethan would like your attention.
Yes. Can I help you, sir?
You're in the Stone Age. I mean, you're in the before Stone Age. You're in the Dirt Age. Everyone's surpassing you.
No one's surpassed. The game has not been out long. The game hasn't been running long enough.
You're wrong. Ethan's got a shield and a knife. What do you have? You got a little stick.
I'm working on the house.
You got a big stick. That's all you got. I'm Smooch says, is there a place in the Discord to post about my own streaming stuff? I think we
There's a
don't.
show and tell.
I think we don't. Yeah, I think that might be the only place, but you can't like regularly post about your schedule and stuff because that would just be spam.
I mean, if you just want to share your Twitch page, though, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
definitely
doing
do that. And if you have your own Discord, you're allowed to ask people if they want to like join over there or whatever. But yeah. Have you considered denouncing Venice, Allison? I don't remember what all that. No, I have the YOLOism shirt because Kyle with a mustache. Mwah. My religion is Kyle with a mustache.
Sucks that it can never happen for real.
I'll paint it on again. I liked it. I have a great imagination. So if I could just little makeup mustache, it'll go a long way for me. Anyone else gonna join me on this religious endeavor?
Jordan says the cult of your own legs.
I remember that. It was about 5 people on Reddit once. Never got back on Reddit. Actually, to be fair, it was super flattering. I had not ever been complimented in such a creepy way before, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I thought about it and it was creepy, so I didn't actually return to the subreddit for a very long time.
No.
I make a speech says, the Catholics don't like you leaving, are they a cult? And Wandering Big Larry says, I mean, probably, yeah. Nobody likes you leaving, it's just about whether or not you're, like, you know, shunned from the group if you do. Oh, maybe Catalyst was a cult. I was shunned. But I think it's because I had a really abrasive personality and told them all to go fuck themselves, and that's probably why they don't talk to me anymore, rather than, like, I left.
They're not, like, physically forcing you not to leave. That's kidnapping. They make you not leave by guilting you into not leaving. That's the way the cult do.
It's an emotional game. Jordan says, I feel your pain, Kyle. I've dreamt of a beard for a decade. Get a beard wig.
A beard wig.
It's 2021. Men get to do that shit, too.
Was that what that's called?
I don't know. Look, women literally get to change everything about their face, body, and hair on a daily basis. I don't know why men couldn't either. Put on your fake muscle slabs or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Do what you want. Be who you want.
The SpongeBob arms, the inflatable muscle arms.
It's not the same, Allison. I know! We can all pretend, though. Someone else die? Bird keeps saying well met, which,
that's just him trying to get my attention.
Oh.
Stupid bird.
Wandering Wig Malaria says, or if they just, like, make you disappear. So that's the Scientologists. and, like, maybe Catholics. Like, really, really high up Catholics.
The Catholics don't need you, though, is the thing.
Yeah, but if you know something, they might kill you. You know?
I don't think there's anything to know about Catholics that everybody doesn't already know and just kind of continue let happen.
Like, specific names, maybe?
I guess. Here, there we go.
I don't know if people actually know. I don't want to... It doesn't matter. We need to go.
Wait.
We need to go watch some Attack on Titans.
How dare you.
It only makes sense!
They're not attacking the Titans. That's the part that confuses me. It's the other way around.
That's a different show altogether. The show is called Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
There's multiple Titans, though. Doug says, how did I just die again? Doug, you're the only one who's played this game as much as it's been played. I'm sure there are some churches that are good, though. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I don't know. Smoky smoke.
There we go. Heated
Why
floors.
didn't you just leave it open? Heated floors.
As long as I'm on this side.
Matt says, wow, just in time for the stream.
Yeah, I set my spawn here.
Matt, why don't you take over? Why don't you start streaming on your channel? We can just send the audience there.
That's true. We're not hosting it, so.
While we leave.
Need some wood. Somebody have wood so I can build a bed real fast.
Oh, so now you want a community. Now you want people around to help.
I don't know what you think I'm doing wrong. Or why you're so angry about it. Thank you, Ethan.
Doug says, check the sign on the dock.
Oh, is there just a wood deposit somewhere?
No, I think he just meant to read the sign.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. I don't actually know. Ethan seems to want your attention. He's just kind of chilling around you, and you're just ignoring him. He just, like, comes up like, hey, and you're just like, here's a fucking bed. Matt says, I don't have internet. Oh, fuck.
Oh, really? Still? That sucks.
Read the sign!
Where's the sign?
On the dock!
Up this way? Doug Duck.
That was worth it.
I mean, sure. If you want it, you can have it.
He claimed it.
It's apparently terrible.
He peed on it first. That's how men work, right? Oh no, that's dogs? Which animal is that?
Wow, alright. Hey, charcoal, yay.
Are you stealing so much charcoal? Oh, Jesus.
Well, it was meat. Why can't I get it?
You must walk through the fire.
Give me the charcoal. Why haven't I picked up the charcoal? I'm only on fire. I want to make a sign.
I can't believe Matt's
There it
just
is.
letting us all down by
up.
not having
Give it.
internet.
Right?
Yeah.
So rude.
Yeah. I bet he doesn't have heat either.
Wow,
Piece
Matt.
of shit.
Think about somebody other than yourself for once.
Jesus.
Remember when we thought signs were broken and we were just putting them on backwards?
It was just you. It was only you.
No.
Yeah.
Kyle House.
I don't like it.
Too bad.
Yeah. Matt says, don't start, I'm vulnerable, I'm sorry. We have a room. Just come chill in our room. Watch the internet. We have internet.
It's true.
The roads aren't nice anymore.
Alright. I'm satisfied.
This might be the one time we ever... Like, literally, okay, so I wanted to be said, we've spent, like, 3 years trying to move Matt into our house in every different location we've ever been in, and literally Matt's power goes out, his heat goes out, his electricity goes out, and his internet goes out, and Matt still will not come live with us for even, like, a minute. I just want that to be said. Trying to abduct Matt. Yes! We literally offered him half our house in San Antonio if he was just willing to grace us with his presence. Hard no on that. He was having none of it. He says, I'm busy.
I want to do another dog down here to access the boat easier too, I think.
I told Thomas we were going to be free at 8. He's probably crying or watching without us. Or both.
One of those is more like Thomas than the other.
They'll never know.
Alright, I think I'm gonna head out, guys. Thanks for tuning in. That was actually really fun. You guys feel free to keep going, and we can join back in and see what else you guys have done. It's up to Autumn. He's the one hosting. So if you guys want to keep playing, don't let me leaving stop you.
Can we host Autumn on our... Oh, wait, we're on YouTube. Never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe Ethan could take it over. Oh, no, Ethan
said he's doing stuff later. That was fun, though.
It was fun.
I enjoyed that fun conversation.
Me.
That was enjoyable.
Me. It was me.
And you're just you're just in a mood tonight, aren't you?
My stomach hurts. Your stomach is where
your stomach always hurts.
Where 90% of your serotonin is. Yeah, that's why I'm such a bitch all the time. Jesus.
All right, bye everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday because it probably won't. There probably won't be another snowstorm. Thanks for joining to Ethan also, and to everybody else who tuned in.
Dough I made?
Yeah, probably was. You were literally consuming a bowl of raw cookie dough.
I made it. It's chocolate chip cookie dough without the chocolate chips. It was really awful.
Right,
what if
everybody.
the raw flour gave me something?
Happy Friday. See you later.